Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your number one source for all things films and movies. My name is Elijah, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is one of these movies that has kind of come out of nowhere, but is also really exciting and is easily becoming one of the biggest movies of the summer, just because of the huge and great cast that is associated with this film. And honestly, they've been doing a ton of promotion for this movie lately, going on a large press tour, doing a ton of interviews, and along the way, it's been really hilarious to just see these cast members interact with each other or just tell interesting stories along the way. So for today's video, we thought it'd be really interesting to put together a compilation of some of the funniest moments of these cast members promoting Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this compilation. But real quick, if you are wanting more content like this, make sure at the end of this video you check out our other channel, link in the description down below, because we have a whole nother part to this video over there, so you can actually see even more clips just like this. Alright, that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it.
You know, between The Bachelorette and the Mueller testimony, this is a big week for men telling all. It really is. It's... Oh, hey. Hi, Margot. There's something, is there a problem? Can I help you?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm just heading to the premiere, so just cutting through.
I just wanted to talk about the beard for a minute, because it's quite something. And how long did it take you to grow it, first of all?
It was 6 months, and then I think I had it for an additional year after that.
Mm-hmm. And how did people treat you? No, that's not what it was during the movie, right? That's cleaned up.
No, that was it.
Oh, really? Well, then it didn't look like that in the movie. Maybe it's because there was so much ice on it too.
Yes, it was. I mean, I grew up in Los Angeles, and I love it. I love it the way that the only people who truly love it are the people who love it the right way, are the people who grew up here and know it.
Not true. Not true. That does not have to be true.
No, you can love it in your own way, but not the way we do.
Not true.
That's the way me and Leo do.
Okay, biggest movie controversy of all time. Could Jack have fit on that door at the end?
Oh my gosh, I thought it. I remember bawling my eyes out when I was
I have no
a girl.
comment.
Being
That's telling, I think.
that is the biggest controversy, I think,
Ever.
in modern cinema
Ever.
history.
Could you squeeze her?
He could have.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Really good.
This is your big night. This is an exciting night. After all the work, you show it to people.
I agree. I mean, it's actually even kind of cool coming on the show with a tuxedo, because I'm going to a premiere. It reminds me of, like, watching, like, the Joey Bishop show when I was a kid, and, like, Ernest Borgnine would be on in a tuxedo. Oh, I'm going to the Towering Inferno premiere in about 2 hours.
It was always frozen.
That was actually wax. I had a fantastic makeup artist in this movie who did all the stuff from the bear mauling, and there was wax that she dribbled all over my face every day. It was about a 4 to 5 hour makeup job every day with all the scars, and so again, it was just a joy.
Yeah.
The whole experience.
But now, see, you're growing it back again.
I think we both implicitly, having sort of grown up in Los Angeles, knew this kind of relationship dynamic of somebody working for you, but also them slowly becoming your family and your therapist and everything, because, you know, it's a kind of isolating town. And our relationship was something we didn't need to invent. I understood who Rick Dalton was, and I especially understood that.
Okay. Cutting through. You're just cutting through.
I know.
It's the premieres across the street. So anyway, well, tonight on the show, yes, the premiere is right across the street. Tonight we have music from Tal Wolkenfeld. Very popular. Oh, hey!
Been in a movie before?
No, but we did start on the same television show.
Growing pains.
89, 90.
Me, 91, 92.
Oh, were you? Maybe I was 90 then.
I don't remember. I mean, we're talking decades ago, but we were on the same television show.
Did you ever do a scene together?
No.
No.
Mr. Schwartz.
Call me Marvin. Put it there.
Another serious question. In my next life, who should I come back as?
What's the movie that you grew up with that made you obsessed with movies? What was the first movie that got you obsessed?
East of Eden.
All right, James Dean.
Well, the first film that I remember seeing was the black and white original King Kong with my dad downtown and bursting into tears and falling in love with movies at that point. But when I, got to become an actor, it was watching that very vulnerable James Dean in East of Eden.
Or something, or you're just going to keep it at that level?
A light stubble.
A light stubble.
Yeah.
Do you like wearing?
I don't think I'll ever have a beard like that ever again, unless it's for a role. But yeah, it's hard to maintain. It's just stuff gets in there. You're eating, and then food falls in.
Right. And you have to shampoo it, right?
You have to shampoo it, yeah.
And do you put conditioner in it?
I did.
But the thing is, it's especially since when it came to 1969, I was between 6 and 7 years old, and so the film became a big memory piece, and big part of my memory of Los Angeles at that time is being in the car with my stepfather, or being in the car with my mom. I remember watching that, I want to go to the Towering Inferno in prayer.
Well, now you get to go. Now you get to go. And, well, you were kind enough to give us, our staff, me, etc., a sneak preview of the movie on Friday night.
Yeah.
And you are a nut. And I'm going to tell you why you're a nut. Because
I'm curious to hear this.
About half an hour into the movie, I turn around, and there you are sitting behind me.
Each three of these characters represent somebody on a different level of the social strata in Hollywood. You have Rick, who had his day, and he's still having his day. It's just not as good as it was, but he's still doing pretty good in his career, and he has a nice house. So, he's become a good, established working actor.
So once upon a time in 1990, we had our first ET interview with you, and I want you to hear what you had to say.
Oh, that little guy. Where's he gone?
Well, I wanted to ask you, now you're the big people on set, and other actors are coming to set excited to work with you and nervous to be around Leonardo DiCaprio. Do you feel that? Do you help mentor them? You have an amazing co-star in this movie.
I sure do.
Because you want it to be soft.
You do want it to be soft, otherwise it gets like a Brillo pad.
And can you, yes, and who wants to feel that? And so when you have food in it, can you tell?
Oh, it's very visible, yeah.
I mean, no, but if you don't have a mirror, sometimes do you feel like you've walked around and there's been food in your beard?
Well, if you have good enough friends, they notify you if you have mustard on your beard.
Hey, Brad, how you doing? You coming through? Yeah, you got the premiere. Oh, okay. So, this is,
I'm just cutting through.
This is not, excuse me for a second. I get it, but I just want to say, this is not some kind of an alleyway.
I don't think anyone's ever walked into a Tarantino film and not been surprised, ever. And they're definitely going to get that with this film. It's not like anything else. It's not a remake, it's not a prequel, sequel. It's its own thing entirely, but not only is it entirely original, it is so unique in a way that only Tarantino can pull off. In every way, the way you just subvert, I guess, our expectations.
You? Or you?
I think you're doing pretty well. Yeah, I don't know about him. I shine up well on the outside, but it's been dicey, my friend.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
The first movie I remember being my favorite movie that I watched 50 times over was Robin Hood Men in Tights. And I was 5, and it was kind of inappropriate of a movie for a 5-year-old to watch every day.
That's really funny.
I loved it.
That's really funny. For me, it was the drive-in. We would see films at the drive-in early age. And it was the ones that made me cry. It was Gargantuans.
You kept it on one station. You didn't move around looking for songs. And then when the commercials played, you played the radio really loud, and when the commercials played, you didn't turn the radio down. You just talked over it, over the already loud radio. And I remember the bus stops advertising the the rerun shows that are on the local television stations and the movie posters. I did not realize that. Actually, I found that out today. I did not know you were in front of me.
Oh, you didn't?
I had no idea.
Oh, because I don't know if you remember, but when Kill Bill was out...
Of course I remember that when we walked with the whole audience, yeah.
Well, yeah, but also you waited in the lobby to make sure I didn't... You wanted to catch me if I snuck out of the movie.
Right.
And then I was like, I see you behind me. I'm like, oh, God, I can't go to the bathroom now?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Talking?
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.
Know anybody?